Welcome back to Minecraft Bingo. This is Fetchr 5.2 by Noiser. Let's go ahead and jump into another 5 in a row challenge. That's bingo in a row column or on the diagonal. This is the first of the two 5 in a row challenges for this episode. Let's take a look at the card and see what we want to go for and what we don't want to go for. Wow, that's a bad row column. That's a really bad column. Heart of the Sea, Hanging Sign Dispenser, Ender Pearl, Glow Ink. That's not going to be fast. Let's see what will be fast. So we're not going to do the bundle. We're not going to do the spyglass. This isn't bad with the empty map and the book and quill column here. But let's see if we can find something better. This diagonal is out, but this one is probably not going to work either because of the obsidian. If we're going to go for the obsidian, then I'm just going to go for this column here, but let's check again and see if there's nothing better. What do we have here in the seed? We have a lot of badlands. There's a desert and some jungle over there. I'm sure we can find cactus and cocoa beans if we need it. We have a warm ocean and what else? Okay, there is some cherry grove. In that direction, there's also a little bit of savanna biome there. Does that help us at all? We could go for the pink. We could do the mushroom stew. Go down in a lush cave for the glow berries. Redstone and gold for the clock. Pink petals. Ooh, dispenser. Ouch. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think the column has to be the best one, right? We need leather, 3 sugarcane. Nope, more than that. 12 sugarcane, obsidian, the pink petals, and a rabbit hide, plus a feather from a chicken. Do we see a feather from a chicken? And ink sac too, but I'm not too worried about the ink sac. I'm worried about the chicken because I don't see one here. No structures either, I think. No shipwrecks, right? No ruined portals. Ruined portal could be big for that obsidian. Otherwise, we need 3 diamonds for a pick, which isn't great. I would really prefer to loot the obsidian if possible. That's my plan. But we're definitely going to go for that column. Let's see how quickly we can get it done. Yeah, I need redstone and iron as well. All right, let's get into it. We need to get to a tree, and I don't see any around, so we'll just go this way. There's a little bit of sugar cane here in the corner that I want. Only 2, but it's a good start. Yeah, let's just go up here and look for... Oh, there's a creeper in there. You know, we could probably find some gold pretty easily here. But that only really helps us with that center item, the clock. Yeah, let's get up here and see if we can find a tree somewhere. To punch for tools, I can't make any of these jumps apparently, because I'm very, very bad at Minecraft. All right, let's go a different way. Let's go this way. Any trees? Are we close to any trees yet? I see some up on the top here. They're just a little bit tricky to get to, especially without any tools, but we can make it work. We'll get there. Even if we have to punch our way to the top, which it looks like we might have to. All right. Let's get up here a little higher. And where are we at? Are we almost to the top yet? I'm getting tired of this. There we go. We're close to a tree now. We're also very, very close to the petals. So let's just go grab one quickly and we'll get our first item. All right, show me pink petals. There they are. First item. And let's go ahead and punch this tree. Why not? There's no other cherry on the card, I think. You know, I'm almost tempted now that I look at the card to go for a different row. The one with the ink sac, the cheap clay, and the jungle sapling could be good. All we'd have to do is find the obsidian and an ender pearl. I wonder if that's faster than collecting everything in the column. Yeah, that's a tough call. Definitely some easier to find items there. I wouldn't mind getting a jungle sapling. We have to get an ink sac anyway for the book and quill, which means we would actually need 2 ink sacs. Let's go ahead and craft some things here. We need a crafting table, we need sticks, and I want tools. Where can we go for tools? There's some stone right in here. Oh, there's a pale garden here as well. I didn't even look at the card for pale garden items. Here, let's make ourselves a boat. Let's make some doors, and I need a pickaxe. There we go. I knew I would have enough wood for all these things, which is why I crafted the wood items first. Let's go ahead and get a pickaxe made of stone. Here we go. And then we'll dig in here. I think I do need at least one furnace. So let's make sure we get enough stone for that. Plus I want the axe and the shovel as usual. No ores here, it looks like. Some gold or some iron would have been great. Yeah, where can we get obsidian and an ender pearl quickly? That is the question. All right, let's make a furnace, but only one. And then let's use the rest for some tools. And a shovel. All right, there we go. And now we're ready to leave, I think. Did we get enough stone? I'm pretty sure we did. It's not on my hotbar, though, so I'm going to grab a few extra. All right, where do we go from here? There are no pale garden items on the card, I think. That's true? Yep, that's true. So this biome doesn't really help us anyway. Where can we get a quick jungle sapling? I see bamboo over here. Maybe there's a jungle tree we can chop. Yeah, this one here looks good. Plus we can use the extra wood, I'm sure. All right, give me a sapling, please. I can't quite reach. There we go. And will this give me a sapling? I'm not sure. But we'll find out. Give me some sticks here. There we go. And then we need to move. Okay, ruined portal. That could be our source of obsidian right there. We'll get the ink sacks and the clay next. We should look for paper as well. Give me a sapling, please. Jungle sapling? I can't believe I pivoted to the row. I wasn't even planning to do that. But it seems like that's exactly what's happening here. Any saplings? Sapling? I haven't seen one fall yet. Let's punch some leaves with the lucky pink boat and see if we can get a sapling here. What's the holdup? That's 2 trees. 2 jungle trees means there should be an easy sapling. Okay, there it is. Sapling, very good. And now we go down to the ruined portal. Any ores? Any ores? I don't see any. Let's just take the express route down. And we'll try to get straight out to the ruined portal because I need to know, is there going to be obsidian in the chest? Let's find out. What else can we grab here? I see some sugarcane close, so that's good. We've got some more savanna, so we might be able to find rabbits close. Okay, I really need this chest right here to have at least 1 obsidian, and it does. That's amazing. All right, let's take everything else as well. Actually, I don't need flint and steel. What can we make with the iron? I think it's only enough for 1 ingot. Yeah, 1 ingot. And then the gold is only enough for 3 gold. So we would still be 1 away from the gold for the clock. Of course, we don't have redstone yet anyways. I see clay. Yeah, let's go down for some clay here. And just give me my shovel. Thank you. That's way too slow. All right, and I got my door back as well. Okay, so we got the clay. Now we need to see about getting some ink sacks here. I think I'm going to try to get at least 2, which I think is possible to get from a single squid. Let's see if we get lucky here. Where's all the squid? Where are the squid hiding? Never a squid around when you need one. Let's see, we should grab this sugar cane as well. We'll continue looking for squid in just a moment. All right, give me this. And is that enough? I don't know. But it is. It's exactly 12, so that should be plenty. Let's see, I should be smelting. Here, let's grab this sugar cane anyway. Are there any rabbits here or squid close? I wish there were. But there aren't. Let's boat from this side and see if we can find some spawned in close. Squid, squid, squid. Usually squid are everywhere, but not this time, I guess. Okay, there we go, squid. I'm gonna have to chase them somewhere, probably. Let's try this guy here. Hopefully he won't go far. And we got one ink sac. Did we get an extra? No, we didn't. Let's see if we can get one more for that book and quill. Who can we go after? This guy here, I guess. Ooh, he's gonna go far. I don't know if I can catch up. Oh, but I did. And yes, we got enough ink sac now. So where do we want to go from here? I'm really just one ender pearl away from finishing the run. We could go down into a cave, maybe? How far is the sun from setting? Pretty far, actually. Or we could continue looking for items from the column instead. If I had that rabbit hide, I would feel much better about the column, but I haven't even seen a rabbit yet. Let's see if we can find a bunny over here for the hide. And if we can't find one, well, we can try to go underground for the pearl. Otherwise, we might have to wait till nighttime. Okay, let's see. There's some desert here, so there should be some bunnies around. We just need one for the hide, but it might take more than one. It's a more rare drop than the meat. Okay, no bunnies here, no bunnies? No bunnies? I should be smelting that clay as well. What is that? Copper? Don't need it. We've got cactus green. Here, let's grab a flower. If we see bunnies, it'll be easier to attract them over to us. Yeah, I don't see bunnies here, though. This is bad terrain. There is some abandoned mine shaft here. How much does that help us? Quite a bit, actually. Can I get over to it? Not quite. We might be able to get redstone from a minecart chest. Okay, there's iron here. Let's grab the iron. Is there more iron? I think I need 4 for the map, for the compass for the map. And I don't see... Okay, I hear spiders. Okay, there's minecart chest right here. But of course it's guarded. Alright, let's pick it up and go, I guess. We got some diamonds out of that. Does that help us at all? 2 diamonds. We got a name tag and some rails that we didn't need. And we got some torches. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do with that, but I'll take the food. That's nice. There's no diamonds on the card, unfortunately. But it is nighttime, so let's go smelt some clay and see if we can find an Enderman. Alright, this is probably a good place to smelt right here. On top of the coral reef. We shouldn't be bothered by Enderman here. Alright, so we're looking for Enderman, apparently. And we do have a little bit of food. None of this helps me, right? We could smelt, actually. Here, let's grab that and smelt the iron, because that'll give us enough iron for the map. We should also make some paper quickly. Could be useful later. Yeah, no redstone in that cart, but that's fine. It was a pretty decent cart, actually. Okay, iron is done. It's time to go hunt Enderman, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the quickest way to a bingo. All right, show me Enderman. What's a good biome for Enderman? Actually, this is a pretty good hunting spot right here. We're already at 12 minutes though, so we really need to hurry. Hopefully there's Enderman spawned in. Mob drops are always pretty unreliable. Oh, chicken. We do need a feather for the... What did we need a feather for? Give me a feather. I didn't pick up. None of these chickens have feathers. Okay, there we go. That's enough for the book and quill, but I need leather. Luckily, there's leather right here. So we can actually craft that item. It kind of feels bad, but let's go ahead and make it anyways. I need a book. And then I need to add ink sac and feather for book and quill. All right, looking for Enderman. That's a spider. We don't need spider. Let's go check this way. Actually, here, I don't need that either. How did I pick that back up? All right, there we go. Stay out of my inventory, sucker. Here we go. Over to the savannah. Are there any Endermen over here? I don't want to have to fight too many mobs. Okay, there's a drown right there. It seems like we should be able to find Endermen fairly quickly here, but you never know really. It's kind of an unreliable mob. There is skeleton, however, and more cow. More cow. What about if we go over to some colder biomes? Is that going to help us or hurt us? Here, let's actually go back. I want to stay in this savannah if possible. It seems like there are some mobs that have spawned behind me. Let's see. There we go. We've got some Endermen here. I don't have a good place to pull them. Let's go ahead and look at this guy. We'll pull him down here and put him in a boat. I need to eat. Can you get in the boat, please? Oh, there's too many mobs here. Okay, you need to go away, and then let's get rid of this guy. And then I need to pull the Enderman over to my boat. Yes, he's in. And where did the other Enderman go? There? Okay. Let's get 2 Endermen in a boat, and we'll get rid of this zombie here. Okay, and now we have 2 Endermen, 2 chances at an Ender Pearl. Will we get the drop? And no, we didn't. No Ender Pearl drop. That's so unlucky. All right, let's eat the last of our food. Well, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do here? We'll eat this next. We'll grab this, and we need to look for more Endermen, I guess. 0 for 2. That's what I was talking about with the unreliable mob drop, though. Endermen are so bad. I mean, unless you have looting sword or something to help you out, kind of unlikely to get that drop. Okay, where can we find 2 more Endermen? I might need to unload these chunks and then reload them. Give me my boat. Yeah, let's go back over here. This is really bad. 16 minutes in already. I knew I shouldn't have gone for the Ender Pearl. Okay, Enderman there? Yes, Enderman there. Enderman here? I don't know if that's the same one or not. Hey, we got our ink sac back. All right, I need to put this guy in a boat. Can he go in? I don't know, but we've got a couple spiders here to deal with. Okay, Enderman is in a boat. Get rid of these guys, and then I think we have to deal with this guy as well. All right, let's go back for Enderman number 3. And yes, we got the pearl. Not the greatest time ever, but we did it. That is bingo in 17 minutes, 13 seconds. Let's head back to the lobby. That was exciting. Let's generate a new card for the second of the 2 5-in-a-row challenges for this episode. What items do we like and which ones we don't? We're looking for bingo in a row column or on the diagonal. We're not going to do boots. No, we're not. No boots, no trim. There is a ruined portal here, and there's a village as well. So hopefully we can make this a pretty fast run because we need it. All right, probably not going to do light blue bundle, even though there's a chance for the bundle in a village chest. I don't really want to have to go for that. It looks like a regular plains village there. There's also a swamp. I don't want to go for that either, but we might be able to get the baked potato. In fact, everything but the wolf armor looks pretty good in this left column. Bucket of cod is 3 iron. Baked potato from the village and some dyes for gray and purple dye, some flowers. We can get the magma block probably from the ruined portal over there. How does that help us? It doesn't really because of the bundle unless we also see a cherry grove, which I do not. No, I don't. No cherry grove. So probably not going to be able to get that pink boat. What else could we go for here? I don't want to do the exposed cut copper. Wow, this is a bad card. Really bad card. Good spawn point, though. I think it's got to be this left side column, but the wolf armor is going to take us so long because I don't even see a savanna here. Plus, we would need 2 copper and 2 feathers for the brushes. And I have no idea where to find chicken. This isn't bad here, this column, except for same problem with the cherry boat. There's no cherry biome. I don't like this column, so I think there's no point to go for the magma block. Man, what are we going to do here? This is rough. Maybe... I mean, packed mud isn't bad. If we had a mangrove swamp, all I see is regular swamp. Yeah, just a regular swamp there. There are mushrooms, but no mushroom stew on the card. So no surprise there. The diagonals are terrible. And so there's not much left to go for here. I think we're going to have to try this left side column because I don't see anything better. We can pivot maybe if we can't find the savanna for the wolf armor, but I think we should try to get it. So what do we want here? We want red flower, blue flower, or lapis. For the purple dye, we want an ink sac plus either a lily of the valley for white dye, or we need a bone. And we need a baked potato from the village, 3 iron, maybe from the iron golem. Get a bucket of cod, make 2 brushes, which means we need 2 feathers. We might be able to get the feathers at the village, and then we need to find copper and a savanna biome. That's going to be tough to get, but let's see if we can do it. Do we need anything? Let's just punch a tree. We can at least collect a little bit of wood and make a few tools before we get over to the village. Do I need a furnace? I need a furnace to smelt copper and maybe iron too. So I think we should plan on a furnace. So let's make a crafting table and we'll get some sticks here for tools. And where can I find, okay, there we go. We got stone right here. Any ores? Just coal, I think. Let's make a crafting table and do it very quickly because we're running out of time. That first challenge just took a little bit too long because of the ender pearl drop at the end, but what are you going to do? It was a good challenge other than that. Let's make a pick. Let's make a shovel, I guess. That seems weird to do, but sure. I want a shovel, so we'll make a shovel. Now I just need enough stone for furnace and an axe. Some copper here would also be nice, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Yeah, it doesn't look good for the copper. Let's just grab our stone and go. And let's just do one furnace for now. I think that's all we're gonna need. And then we should have enough wood for a boat. And then we should collect a little bit more for doors because there's a chance we need to go underground. Here, give me more birch. Okay, that should be enough wood. Now let's get over to that village. All right, this way to the village. What do we stop for on the way? We just want an ink sac, maybe. If we see one, let's grab some sugar. And some copper, of course, but I don't see that. Any squid? Okay, there are some squid here. Let's grab ink sac. There we go. We picked up. I'm pretty sure we did anyway. And we need to get some flowers if we see any. Any red and any blue will do. And this village is nice, but a shipwreck would have been better. All right, what have we got here? Here's our first house. Chicken. I feel like I need chicken for something. Okay, let's take the bed as well. Yeah, I need chicken for brushes, right? I picked up one feather. Okay, 2 feathers. Now we just need copper. Let's grab red and blue flowers. Plus we need white from somewhere. Let's grab some iron here. Oh. I didn't think I hit him there for a minute for some reason. But I guess I did. Come on over here, Mr. Golem. I need some iron. I think the iron is just for the bucket. And then I saw salmon in the river, but we'll have to go over to the ocean, I think, for cod. And then we need a bone here, and we need a baked potato before we go. But we can go ahead and do this quickly. Red and blue is purple. That's our first item. Throw that out. Okay. And we look in the village more because I still need a potato. There are hay bales. I mean, it's not really that critical that we get these. Let's just grab a couple in case we run into trouble and need a bit of food. Is there a farm in this village? Because I didn't see one, and that's... Okay, there we go. There's a farm over here. And it should have a baked potato. That's a carrot. Okay, wheat. Are any of these potatoes? Beetroot. Okay, there we go. Potato. Let's go ahead and bake this, I think. All right, and while we're waiting, let's craft a bucket. Looks like that iron golem was a little stingy there, only dropped us 1 bucket. Let's turn this ink sac into black dye and throw out this junk. We don't need seeds, don't need ink sac, beetroot, chicken can go. I'll keep the food. All right, baked potato is done. Ding. And we go find cod now. How are we doing for time? Not great. But there is some savanna over here. If we can find some copper, we might get lucky. Let's see if we can find cod first. Any fish in the sea? That's a salmon. I think we might have to go a little bit farther. Let's check for armadillo first, because I need to know if I can get this wolf armor done quickly. We can come back with brushes, but I need to know for sure there is an armadillo in this biome. Otherwise, well, we might not be able to finish the challenge here. Okay, I'm looking for armadillo, and I'm also looking for copper. Any copper up here? No. And no armadillo either, I think. Let's check on this side, see if I missed anything. I mean, it's a bit hilly, the terrain is, so... Okay, there we go, copper. And that should be enough. Let's throw it in the furnace. All right, so we can make brushes, but there doesn't appear to be an armadillo here. What about in the Badlands? Can there be armadillo here? I don't see one. We've got cactus and dripstone. Okay, up there, I see an armadillo. So that's fantastic. We'll go craft the brushes quickly. Yep, that's plenty of copper. Give me whatever. Give me as many brushes. Two is plenty. We'll just go with 2. And now we need to go get our wolf armor and our bucket of cod. All right, how quickly can I get up to this armadillo here? Okay, I see him. I see him up there. And there he is. Brush, brush, brush. And where is brush, brush, brush? Very good. And now we put down the crafting table. Let's make this quickly. I don't know how to do it. All right, we'll just do it manually. There we go. Wolf armor is done. Don't need copper here. Let's go. We're looking for a bucket of cod to finish the challenge. And I only see salmon in this river and a lot of squid. All right, let's boat out toward the ocean and see if we spot some fish under the water. All I need is 1 cod. Just 1 little cod. That's all I need. And I see no fish here, I think. Okay, salmon. I see salmon. Maybe we need to go a little farther out. We're okay for time. Okay, there we go. These, I believe, are cod. Okay, give me my buckets. Give me a cod. And now I just need a bone. So we might need to go underground unless we can find a lily of the valley. What biome should we check for lily of the valley? Let's go up into the hills here and see if we can find the flower. If not, we need to maybe wait for nighttime for white dye. Unless we can find a bone in a chest somewhere. Which seems a little unlikely. Okay, this is bad terrain. But we got up somehow. This looks like a good spot for lily of the valley, but I don't see any here, right? Birch forest? Or is it meadow biome that I want for that flower? Never remember. Okay, dripstone. Dripstone is on the card. So is cherry for the boat, but I don't think that helps us at this point. We really just need a skeleton. Let's go up this way and see if we can find a cave maybe. 1 skeleton would be enough for the white dye. Okay, never mind. We've got Lily of the Valley right over here in a very unexpected place, but still, this is a good source of white dye. And then we don't even need to fight any skeletons. We get bingo. And our time was 10 minutes, 20 seconds. And that's going to do it for this episode of Minecraft Bingo. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.